It's a pleasure to be here today with Cadogan CEO, Hugh Seaborn. Hugh, you and I have worked together for over 20 years, which has been an absolute pleasure and privilege. You arguably have one of the most coveted jobs in real estate, running a property portfolio that spans some of capital's most desirable postcodes. The estate has a long and successful history of over 300 years, and it's still today a family-run business.
That's at the heart of what we do, because it allows us to take a long-term view. But if you boil the estate down into its constituent parts, it's in large part retail, followed by residential, offices, and a great deal of leisure and hospitality these days, which is exciting, very
Absolutely.
exciting. The other uses, they are relatively low value, but schools and pubs and concert halls and cinemas are all really important because they're part of the texture of the area. Above everything, it's the spaces between the buildings that are so important to us, because they allow us to create places which people engage with and feel comfortable in and want to come back to more often.
What would you say the biggest change or changes has been in the estate over the last decade?
Over the last decade, there's been lots of change. We've seen digital retail really mature, really accelerate and mature. Flexible working, of course, has come and established itself. And there's been a roller coaster in central London residential property over that period. Retail particularly has evolved enormously, because, as we know, it's so easy and convenient to buy things online.
Yes.
It's really important we create destinational retail. Our job really is to create a stage for our retail and hospitality and other businesses to thrive in. And so we very much work at long-term relationships with them and acting in partnership.
Why have you led the transformation in Sloane Street?
Sloane Street's always been internationally famous as a luxury destination, and for women's fashion it's an exemplar.
Unique in the world, I would say, Sloane Street generally.
I defer to your
There is only
your
one,
experience in these matters.
There is only one Sloane Street.
There is only one Sloane Street. What we're aiming to do is continue to strengthen it and keep it at that pinnacle. And so we undertook the greatest transformation in the public realm for almost 250 years. It's 250 years old next year.
That's amazing.
Which is extraordinary, isn't it? I mean,
it's amazing.
We can pinch ourselves with that. And it's a long-term investment financially. It's a very expensive thing to do.
Of course.
And we worked in partnership with the local authority, but we are already seeing the benefits. We're seeing a marked increase in footfall. And we're seeing people enjoy it. We're seeing trade improve, and we're attracting a lot of new, exciting
retailers.
You know, and we complement that in different ways. We put on events like Chelsea in Bloom, which is the country's largest free flower show, the Chelsea Arts Festival, and then to encourage this convergence of culture, art and luxury, we also have partnerships with Saatchi Gallery, with Frieze, Cadogan Hall, which we run, to bring in the cultural and artistic aspect. And
so there's a lot of collaboration with all these different bodies.
Absolutely, yeah. Our business is, we get the best, we can achieve the best in partnership with our occupiers and all the other bodies who bring so much to Chelsea.
To the area. Okay, now talking about King's Road, could you talk us through the cluster of uses on King's Road? Recently, we've seen some incredible variety of different uses. Could you talk us through the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, of course. I haven't touched on Pavilion Road yet, which very much complements Sloane Street.
Yeah.
Sloane Street's internationally famous, but it's also intimately local because we have this very affluent local resident. And Pavilion Road complements that by creating a bustling local neighbourhood centre. But we've learnt and we've taken lessons from Pavilion Road and we've used them elsewhere. And we've particularly created a new cluster on Chelsea Manor Street, just off King's Road.
Yeah.
And there what we've done is taken the pedigree of King's Road, which has always been at the centre of social and cultural and artistic change in the country, and developed a theme around innovation and creativity. and brought in small retailers on highly subsidised rents to complement that. We're at the heart of the community,
Yeah.
Shirin, really. We've been here so long. We have a role to play in the community. It's expected of us, but also it supports our business, and so we work very hard at that. We take soundings from the community on these themes and things we're doing, and we pick up great ideas from them as well. That is our consumer base in a way. Of course, food and drink's really important.
Yes,
And,
I was coming to that, because when we talk about tenant mix, we're not just talking about retailers. F&B is such a huge part, and I know that a lot of work has gone into the F&B offer within the estates. Tell us about that a bit.
Yeah, well, I talked about the investment we've made in the public realm on Sloane Square, where we widened the footpaths last year. And that supported a revitalisation of Sloane Square, if you like. With that, we introduced Martino's, which is a fabulous restaurant, Martin Kosmarski, who's famous for the Dover. It's kicked off at a great success, rave reviews. We're welcoming Brasserie Olivia, which will open in summer. And that's from the Nouvelle Garde group, and it's their first restaurant outside France. So it brings an exciting, youthful French brasserie to the square. And there's much more beside. We've got lots more to follow. And back on King's Road, right next to the cluster on Chelsea Manor Street, that was supported by our major development of the Gaumont.
That's right.
Which is a £235 million mixed-use scheme. And there we've got a rooftop bar where there's views right across London. It's wonderful. Cinema, of course, opening later this year, the Curzon Cinema. Offices, residential. We reconfigured the Waitrose, but also, importantly, brought in flagship retail to continue to energise and vitalise King's Road. And Arquette and Mango opened late last year, and they're thriving. It's strengthening the success of King's Road as we move further west.
Over the past few years, it seems to have even got more exciting, and people travel from all over London to come to the area, which is wonderful, which is testament to the work you've done.
I'm blessed with an energetic, ambitious team which achieves so much in the area, but of course our advisors support us immensely.
Hugh, we've thoroughly enjoyed working with Cadogan Estate, and hopefully this will go on for many, many more years.
Marvellous.
Thank you.